A very good morning, dear children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in civics, we will be learning a new lesson, that is lesson number 4. And name of the lesson is Fundamental Rights Part 1. In this lesson, we will be learning what is fundamental rights, and we will also be learning in detail about right to equality, right to freedom, and right against exploitation. In this image, students, you can see different play cards are being shown. In the first figure, you can see it is written education is our right. In the second play card, students, you can see we must get the assurance of minimum wage, it is our right. In the third play card, students, you can see we have a right over our forest and its resources. So, what is a play card? A play card is the notice which is installed in public places like a small card. And what is our right? A right is something a person has which people think should not be taken away. It is a rule about what a person is allowed to do or have. You must have seen such play cards in newspapers and elsewhere. In a rally or a march, sometimes a certain demand is made, asserting it to be their right. Fundamental rights. We get certain rights like the right to life at the birth. Only when all individuals get protection from injustice, exploitation, discrimination, and deprivation, they will be able to develop their skills and qualities. Deprivation means the damaging lack of material benefits considered to be basic necessity in a society. Okay students, so what it means? Only when all individuals get protection from injustice. Injustice means which is not good. Okay, exploitation, discrimination, when we discriminate among someone, and deprivation, they will be able to develop their skills and qualities. Demanding one's right is insisting on creating an atmosphere conducive to the development of the self as well as the entire society. It means demanding one's right is insisting on creating an atmosphere conducive. Conducive, students, means what? It means which is favorable. It means which is beneficial or helpful to the self as well as to the entire society. The Indian Constitution has guaranteed equal rights to all citizens in order to create this conducive atmosphere. They are called as fundamental rights. So we have learned in our previous lessons about students' constitution. So what is constitution, students? A constitution means the book in which all the provisions regarding the administration of a country are mentioned together in a systematic way. Okay, so Indian Constitution has given the guarantee that all equal rights will be provided to all citizens in order to create a favorable atmosphere that is conducive. These are called as fundamental rights. Students, here we can see different kinds of rights which are with different kinds of fundamental rights. The first one you can see, students, right to equality. Second, right to freedom. Third, right against exploitation. Fourth, right to freedom of religion. Fifth, cultural and educational rights. And last, right to constitutional remedies. Right to equality. According to right to equality, the state cannot discriminate among citizens as superior, inferior, or as men, women, and cannot give privileges to anybody. What it means, what is the meaning of this? State cannot discriminate among citizens as superior or inferior. Okay, superior, inferior, or also as men or women, and cannot give privileges to anybody. Privileges, students, means what? It means a special right available only to a particular person. So a state cannot do such kind of a thing. It cannot discriminate. The same law applies equally to all. Many laws gives us protection. For example, we have protection from arrest without warrant. Okay, students? So, we have the protection from arrest without warrant. What is a warrant, student? It is a document which is issued by a legal or government official authorizing the police or another body to make an arrest or search premises or carry out some other action relating to administration of justice. So we have protection from arrest without warrant. Also, the state cannot discriminate while extending such protection. The state cannot discriminate against any citizen on grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent. Descent means, students, the origin or background of a person in terms of family, or place of birth or residence for government employment. Okay, so state cannot discriminate against all these things. The inhuman practice of untouchability that was prevalent in our country has been abolished by law. The practice of untouchability in and form is a cognizable offense. What is the meaning of, students, cognizable? It means the police can arrest a person without any warrant. Okay, so these all things are not at all allowed. This practice has been abolished in order to establish equality in Indian society. Okay, students, so this practice has been abolished. Why it has been abolished? So that there can be equality in our society. The Constitution has also abolished titles that create an artificial hierarchy among people. What the Constitution has also abolished? It has also abolished the titles which create artificial hierarchy among people. For example, titles like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, etc. have been abolished. So what are the things, what are the titles which have been abolished? Like Raja, Maharaja, Rao Bahadur, etc. are being abolished. So here we have completed, students, about in detail about right to equality. Do you know? The state thus confer awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, etc. for distinguished contribution in different fields. Here, students, you can see awards which are being shown like Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. Bharat Ratna is the greatest civilian honor or award of our country. Bharat Ratna is the greatest civilian honor or award of our country. Students, image you can also see. Medals of honor like Paramveer Chakra, Ashok Chakra, Shaurya Chakra are awarded for remarkable service in the armed force. So let's recap, students, what we have done in our today's video. The Indian Constitution has guaranteed equal rights to all citizens in order to create this conducive atmosphere. They are called as fundamental rights. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. According to right to equality, the state cannot discriminate among citizens as superior, inferior, or as men, women, and cannot give privileges to anybody. The state cannot discriminate against any citizen on grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent, or place of birth or residence for government employment. The inhuman practice of untouchability that was prevalent in our country has been abolished by law. The practice of untouchability in and form is a cognizable offence. The Constitution has also abolished titles that create an artificial hierarchy among people. So students, here we have completed our today's video. We will be continuing same fundamental rights part 1 in the next video. Till the time, stay safe, and if any doubt is there, students, I request you all to again go through the video. Thank you so much. A very good morning, children. I hope you all are fine and safe with your family. Students, today in civics, we will be continuing with our same lesson which we have done in our last video. That is lesson number 4, and name of the lesson Fundamental Rights Part 1. Fundamental Rights Part 1, we have done what is the meaning of fundamental rights? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation. Meaning of fundamental rights. It means to create atmosphere conducive to development of every individual. The Indian Constitution has conferred certain rights on all citizens. They are called as fundamental rights. Next, that is right to equality. It implies that state cannot discriminate between citizens on the grounds of religion, caste, race, sex, descent, or place of birth in the matter of public employment. Students, in our previous video, we have learned about fundamental rights and right to equality. In our this video, we will be moving ahead to our next right, that is right to freedom and right against exploitation. Right to freedom. This is a very important right given by the Constitution. It gives a guarantee of all freedoms necessary from the point of view of the individual. The following 6 freedoms have been conferred on the citizens by the Constitution. The first one is freedom of speech and expression. Everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and ideas. Next one is freedom to assemble peacefully. freedom of peaceful assembly is the individual right or ability of people to come together and collectively express, promote their collective or shared ideas. Next one is freedom to form associations or trade unions. Freedom of association or trade union is one of the most basic rights enjoyed by humans. It ensures that every individual is free to organize and form, participate in groups either formally or informally. Next one is freedom to move throughout the territory of India. That means an individual is free to move throughout the territory of India. Next, freedom to reside and settle down in any part of India except Jammu and Kashmir. That means an individual can reside and settle down in any part of India except Jammu and Kashmir. And freedom to practice any lawful profession, occupation, trade, or business of one's choice. That means we can choose any profession, occupation, trade, or business of our own choice. Next, right to freedom guarantees right to life and freedom from unlawful arrest or detention. And last one is right to education has been added to the right to freedom. Do this. Following are the actions of A, B and C. Which kind of freedom do you connect them with? A. Establish Adivasi Cooperation Forum to solve the problems of tribal people. So students, which kind of freedom can we connect over here? So we can connect over here, it is freedom to assemble peacefully. Next one is B decided to move his father's bakery production from Goa to Maharashtra. So here we can say it is freedom to move freely throughout the territory of India. And last one is C found some lacunae in the new tax policy of the government. He wrote an article about it and sent it to a newspaper for publication. Lacunae means what, student? A missing part. We can also call some gap. So what kind of freedom we can connect here with? We can connect here with freedom of speech and expression. Do you know the Constitution has given us many rights, but we have to exercise these responsibly. We should take care that others do not get affected by our behavior. We have the freedom of expression, but we cannot speak or write anything that might incite anybody to violence. It means we have to think before we speak. Now also includes right to education. All children between 6 and 14 years of age are entitled to get education as a fundamental right. This ensures that no child will be deprived of education. Now moving to our next one is right against exploitation. The right against exploitation implies the right to prevent exploitation. While the Constitution has banned all types of oppression through the right against exploitation, it has made a special provision to prevent the exploitation of children. Accordingly, it is prohibited to employ children under 14 years of age in hazardous places. Children cannot be employed or made to work in factories and mines. Exploitation includes bondage labor or forcing somebody to work against his or her wish, treating somebody like a slave, denying them legitimate compensation, making them do excessive or strenuous work, starving them or ill-treating them. Generally, women, children, the weaker sections of society, and powerless people are exploited. This right enables us to stand up against any kind of exploitation. The government has also made many laws in order to prevent exploitation and to enable every individual to enjoy their freedom. Some laws have been mentioned over here, like Minimum Wages Act, provisions relating to working hours, rest hours, etc. in factories, and the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act. Right to life. There are some rights supplementary to the right to life. For example, nobody can be punished twice for the same offense. Before we punish, the allegations against a person has to be proved. The court have to perform this task. The police collect evidence against the accused. Accused means for student the one who has done something wrong. Accused and put up the case in the court. Even if a person accepts that he has committed a crime, he is not punished immediately. The allegations have to be proved legally. This judicial process takes time, but it is necessary so that an innocent person does not get punished. So let's recall, students, what we have done in our today's video. We have learned about right to freedom, and also we have learned about right against exploitation. So students, here we come to an end of our this lesson. I hope you all must have enjoyed this video. If any doubt is there, students, I request you all to again go through the video and get the doubts clear. Till the time, thank you.